season. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2017 Nebraska High School Bowling Federation State Championships. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker Carla Bandemer. It's great to have you with us here for the Girls State Championships this morning. It's hard to believe it's been almost a year since we last crowned champions right here at Sun Valley Lanes. And the good news, Carla, is this year we have some new teams looking for state titles. In Class D, Plainview is taking on St. Cecilia.
We do. St. Cecilia beating Newman Grove to get here, defending champion Newman Grove to get here. In Class C, we've got new blood also. We've got Adams Central and Boone Central both making their first appearance in the state championship.
We'll have a new champ. The old Reliables are here as well. Pius 10th going after its second consecutive state title. And what a tragic year it's been for Grand Island. We'll talk more about that. They, too, going for back-to-back state championships. It's all coming your way right here on NET Sports. The Nebraska High School Bowling Federation Girls State Championships coming up. We kick it off in Class D when we come back.
Funding for the NHSBF State Championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Allen and Marcia Baer Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.
The best way to learn is to live. Live to learn at the University of South Dakota.
Welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska. We get set to kick things off here in the Girls Class D State Championship today with the Plainview Pirates. And here's a look at the lineup for Plainview. Michael Holton is the head coach. Brittany Pospisil is their outstanding sophomore. She averages above 180. And then 4 seniors, Devin Solomon, Taylor Berry, Kayla Rayford, and Jaden Dorr, the senior-led Plainview team. For St. Cecilia, they're led by 4th-year head coach Kelsey King. A couple of sophomores on the lineup, along with 2 seniors, a freshman, and a junior, Maya Steck and Elena Brosen. There's a look at the St. Cecilia Hawks, the Blue Hawks, Adam Hastings and their head coach Kelsey King. First ever trip, as Carla was saying, to this arena-style finals here at Sun Valley Lanes, part of the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation State Championships. Up first on the left-hand lane is Devin Solomon, the senior, who averages 150. Comes in a bit light, leaves the washout. So work to do there. Now up on the right-hand lane is Allison Spots. Spots is a senior, averages 122. Also right up about 5 board. The first arrow comes in light as well. You're going to deal with some, I think you're going to have some nerves early here, right?
Yeah, I was going to say both teams got that first shot off, got their nerves out, time to take a deep breath, do what you got to do.
There's Solomon trying to cross over. Gets 3, but will leave 1. Now this is Baker bowling, so you will have a different bowler on the team bowling each frame. Here in Class D, there are 4 bowlers that make up the starting lineup. As this crosses over, that's a nice spare for St. Cecilia. Well, that's a good way to get started. You take the lead early on. So now up on the left-hand lane is Brittany Pospisil. And in a 4-person Baker team, you want to put your strongest bowler in this spot, the 2 slot. And boy, is she solid. Great shot there by Brittany Pospisil. Just a sophomore. We saw her last year as a freshman, had an outstanding game, and she's just gotten better. Now up on the right-hand lane for St. Cecilia. Strike as well, and there is their anchor bowler and leader of this team. Now back up on the left-hand lane, Jaden Dorr. Dorr looking to double. That's a bad break. Knocks down and then leaves the 5-7 split. Up on the right-hand lane, here's Kelly Wynn. So again, 4-person teams. Your anchor bowler would bowl frames 2, 6, and 10. You usually put your second best bowler in that leadoff spot because they will also bowl 3 times in a game. They'll bowl in the 1st frame, 5th frame, and the 9th frame. Good conversion there by Jaden Dorr. Check that Dorr with getting 1 of the 2. Now looking for the conversion here and does not get it. And we St. Cecilia with the lead here early on. Back up on the left-hand lane. Kaylee Rayford. Rayford crosses over and leaves the 6-pin. Rayford is a senior. Now on the right-hand lane, Hannah Tyson. Tyson is a sophomore, averages 114 on the year. Very straight up the boards, right up that 4th arrow or the 20th board in the lane. The lane is made up of 39 boards from left to right. You count if you're a right-hander, board 1, 2, 3. So when we talk about the 20th board, that would be right in the middle of the lane, and a good conversion there by Rayford. So back up on the right-hand lane now. Here's Tyson. This is her first year bowling. How about that? First year bowling, you're right here in a arena-style state championship.
No pressure.
Just slides by that 9-pin there left. Still work to do.
Devin carries a 3.8 GPA.
It's surprising when you take a look at the
Great
stat
shot.
sheets as Solomon rebounds off that washout her first time up with the strike. So she's gone washout and a strike in her 2 shots. Now on the right-hand lane, here's Allison Spots again. Remember, Spots spared that first time and doesn't quite make it back to the head pin for the second time. And when you come up light like that, what's typically the move you're going to make?
Something like that, you're going to want to move about 2 boards to the right and just keep throwing that same shot that you've been so that you can connect with the 1-2 and get that 1 pin over to the 10 pin.
It's one of those things that maybe people at home who are watching for the first time don't realize. The lanes are oiled in such a way that the drier boards are on the outside of the lane. So when you move right, you're going to pick up drier boards. It's going to hook more the further outside you get. For some, it might be counterintuitive, right?
She came close on that one.
So the 2 teams will switch sides here at the halfway point, and at the midway point, it is Plainview now having regained the lead on 3 straight opens by St. Cecilia. So St. Cecilia came out strong with those 2 marks early, but 3 straight opens. And now up on the left-hand lane again.
Great shot. Great shot to pick up that open that they left.
Good shot there by Brianna Palmer.
Plainview looking to double right here.
Good solid shot. Saw it at the line. Ooh, just a bit high for Pospisil. And that could even it back up here. That's a big shot right here early on. And Kelly Wynn just loses that a bit. And checking the hand there. Sometimes under these lights, right? The lights, it gets a little warm. Your hand can start to stick in the ball.
The nerves start to get to you a little bit.
Squeeze it maybe a little bit. Good run, good effort. So here is Kelly Wynn, just a sophomore. See if she can rebound here. Oh, good strong. Ooh, just did not get that 6-pin to trip. It's a 1-point lead right now for St. Cecilia, but they have an open in the 7th, which makes this a big shot here for Jaden Dorr. Her team can regain the lead with a mark. Crosses over, leaves the 6. So an important spare coming up here for Dorr if they're going to regain that lead. Here's Tyson on the left lane. So still some work to do there for Hannah Tyson. Dorr needs the spare, gives her team the lead. Up just a little bit, and it does.
Great shot there for her.
Solid cross lane conversion. Now trying to answer, here's Tyson. Solid shot by Tyson. That was an important one. They find themselves down by 10. Here's Rayford. Needs that to hook.
She's going to want to use that same strategy here. Move a couple boards to the right and throw that same strike shot so that she can get that, that spare conversion.
Spots, lofts it out there, looking for some hook. Can she get the 5 out? Can't. 7 wobbles as well, so she's got a split left there, some work to do. Important conversion here for Plainview to hold on to the lead. Tugs it a bit, does not convert. This is still anybody's game, so through 8 frames, it's 111 to 109. Hastings St. Cecilia with a 2-pin lead. Always good to come out of the gate and take that lead. Can she slide it over? Gets one, so solid job there to get at least one. Pin count in a tight game like this can make a difference. So 120 in the ninth, and now an important shot upcoming here for Devin Solomon. Left-hand lane now. Here's Brianna Palmer. Brianna is a senior, and Brianna comes up a bit light. This Hastings St. Cecilia team in blue bowls out of Pastime Lanes in Hastings. Butch Hogan, the proprietor there. Of course, folks around the state certainly know Butch Hogan. Nice conversion and a big shot there by Solomon in a key spot. She had gone gutter and comes back with a big spare to regain the lead. And now a must conversion here for Palmer. Has to have this. Got it.
Great shot.
So that puts a little bit of pressure on your anchor bowler here, Brittany Pospisil, but Pospisil has just been so solid. Watch this form here. That is just textbook.
She throws a beautiful ball.
And the messenger doesn't quite make it home to take out the 10. So a possible 140 right now for Hastings St. Cecilia. That's if Brianna Palmer can strike here. Possible 140 with 10. And instead, that's going to be 138. So 138, that means this is a must spare for Pospisil. She has to have this or her team loses. Has to have it, and got it.
Great shot.
And no pressure at all. Acted like she has done that all day. So big shot there, and now she just has to keep it between the gutter. 1 pin, and Plainview takes game number 1. Talk about her fundamentals here, Carla, because this, you know, when you talk about bowling and the need to be technically sound, fundamentals are such an important part of that. The more fundamentally sound you are, the better you can repeat. I know your old coach Bill Straub would talk about the ability to repeat in key situations and stressful moments, and it's all about great fundamentals.
It's all about fundamentals. It's all about muscle memory. Keep your body doing the same thing every time. Let gravity swing the ball. Just throw a solid shot.
How good is that right there?
Beautiful. She gets the ball out on the lane. Great shot.
Another 10 pin, but that's enough, and Plainview will take game number 1. So here's a look at the score. It's 147-138. Plainview takes the one, and they go up 1 game to none. Hey, I want to remind you, coming up on NAT on February 25th at 11 a.m., the NSA High School Swimming and Diving Championships right here on NAT Sports. One of many state championships we have coming up during the months of February and March right here on NAT. So underway here in game number 2, Plainview takes the first, and they lead it 1 game to none, winning the first 147-138. Solomon with the cover.
Devin says that she loves bowling because it's a great team sport. She really seems to have a knack for hanging with her team and supporting them.
Good shot, just cannot trip that 4-pin. So here's the anchor bowler. Bowling in the second frame. Right up the boards. And that's 3 consecutive 10 pins she's left. And I don't know if she's made a move yet, but obviously her coach Michael Holton will tell her that's probably a 2-in-1 move right? About 2 boards with your feet to the right, maybe 1 board with your eyes to the right.
Yeah, she's throwing a great shot. She's getting it into the pocket. She just can't seem to get that 10 pin to carry out.
Right. And when you're leaving weak 10s like that, you can really read the ball. And many times the bowlers, they watch the ball through the pit, read what the ball does through the pit, which really helps you determine, do I need to move? Am I in the right spot? Even, I may be hitting the pocket but not carrying. Those are the kind of little things they can look for. Brooklyn there by Wynn. Back up on the right-hand lane. First look at Taylor Beery, her first time in the match. You see her moving the spare balls off the top rack down below. So Taylor Beery's a senior, averages 140. She was 4th last year individually at state. Good shot there. Just leaves maybe a high 4-pin. Should be an easy conversion for Beery if it weren't for the lights and camera and crowd.
All those little things.
Ooh, Wynn just slides by that. That's a first open for either team here in the second game. So it's been a fairly clean game number 2. Plainview, 9 spare, 9 spare. Trying to make it 3 consecutive single pin conversions. Ooh, just slides by. Now Tyson up to bowl. First ever trip here to the NHSBF Arena Finals for this St. Cecilia team, and that goes right through the nose and leaves the split.
Hannah named her bowling ball Deb.
Is that right?
It's her mom's old ball.
There you see right there, that's Commissioner of the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation, John Lucido, showing his nimbleness, athleticism as he runs down the lanes and picks the object off the middle of the lane. John was a former Nebraska bowler as well. Now has just done a terrific job with the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. This the 15th year of this organization. And there was, candidly some talk as to whether or not this might be the last year of the Federation, of course, because bowling is now an NSAA sanctioned sport on the unified side. The first time ever. They've had their state championship already. This not an NSAA sanctioned sport, but again, the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation was set up to move toward recognition of this sport in the NSAA. Continues to move ever closely with the help of John Lucido, the commissioner of the NHSBF and also the proprietor here at Sun Valley Lanes. Back-to-back opens by St. Cecilia. They're trying to get back on track here with this shot and leaves an 8-pin. That time it finished, so a nice job, nice move by Allison Spots. On the right-hand lane, Solomon again. Crosses over. She still has work to do as well. There you see a 9-pin lead through 4 for Plainview. They lead it 1-0. And a good cover by Spots. You said it off the top, that this St. Cecilia team not only has never been here, but to get here, they had to knock off Newman Grove in 5 games. It went 5 in Baker, and they won it 142 to 102, won it 3-2. Here's a look at the score through 5, and the 2 teams in Baker bowling again switched sides after 5 frames, so no one has maybe an advantage of a better lane of the 2.
A lot of those St. Cecilia girls talked about that semifinal match being one of the highlights of their bowling career because it was such an exciting match that went to 5 games.
There's the move that she made, and she turns around and throws her hands up and says, that's the one I've been looking for. What a terrific shot there by Brittany. And here's the anchor bowler now for St. Cecilia. Brianna Palmer, a bit light. Leaves that 1-2-4, so work to do. Oh, good shot there. Can she get the 5 to go? Sends the pin right around it. 5 pin left. Oh, that's her first open of the day. She's been so solid. Had a strikes, 2 spares right before that miss, and that's going to open the door for Plainview to really take command here. Just
that one out. Good for her.
That's a big spare right there. You throw that spare on top of a miss that you just saw, that has a kind of a demoralizing effect, and it also really could boost your team as well. Here's Kelly Wynn. Looks like Wynn maybe targets that opposite side. She starts from the left-hand part of the lane and kind of goes cross lane toward the pocket. So she's not necessarily looking at the 1-3 pocket. She's really kind of looking at that 1-2 pocket, even though she's a right-handed bowler. And Wynn with the conversion. She got a big jump there in the air. Excited for her first spare of the match. She went 9 miss, gutter 9, missed earlier, so that was good conversion.
Turning it around.
Yep, absolutely. Sometimes that's all it takes, right? You just got to rattle those nerves out of there. Tyson straight up the boards and leaves the 5 pin. Plainview's certainly been here before. They won the Class C title back in 2004. That's the 2nd year of the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. They were runner-up last year. They lost to Newman Grove 3-2. It's the team that St. Cecilia beat to get here. Good conversion there. A spare for Tyson. Conversion is hang on to that lead and does not. Comes up light. Opens the door a bit here, but I think they're in a must-strike situation here for Allison Spots. If her team's going to stay in this, she needs to put 10 in the pit right here. Good shot. Got a chance. Got it. Big shot by Spots. That gave her team a chance. And they can take the lead now. They actually control their own destiny now. They could punch out and win it, regardless what Pospisil does here, which just comes up a bit light. And so now an even bigger shot right here.
This is a moment Brianna just needs to take a deep breath, control what she can control.
A strike here almost assures a win. Oh! A 4-6 split. Now Pospisil spare could wrap it up for Plainview, and it does. So 155 possible for Plainview. 159 if somehow Brianna Palmer can pick this up. So not over yet, but you're looking at one of the most difficult splits to pick up outside of maybe the 7-10 here in the 4-6.
It's possible.
It is possible. Gotta have it.
Just right. Oh, so
great
close.
run. Terrific run by Paul. That gives them 147 total, and already Plainview in the books with 155 plus count here. And that'll do it. 2-zip lead for Plainview here in the Class D Girls State Championship. Looking to win the title after finishing as runner-up last year. Hey, want to remind you there's more Nebraska High School Bowling Federation Championships coming up on NET Sports. Nebraska's best high school boys will compete next Sunday beginning at 8 a.m. Central on NET. It's on the web at netnebraska.org/sports and also on the NET Nebraska app. So Plainview on top with a commanding 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 Baker format. One more game win for Plainview, and they'll take home the title. They haven't won a title since 2004. But what a great year it's been for Plainview. They have an 8-0 dual record this year. And they really stepped up their game. Great shot there. A couple of good back-to-back strikes there for spots. But Plainview really stepped up their game. They came into Lincoln and competed in the Lynx Challenge, which is a big tournament here over the holidays at Sun Valley Lane. Some of the best girls teams from across the state of Nebraska, including Class A and B teams, are in that. And this Class D Plainview team finished third in that tournament. So this is a team that's been able to step up their game all year. They want to compete. They want the competition. They've had great success this year.
You know, it's sort of a gut check moment for St. Cecilia. They're down 2-0, but they're not out of it yet. They still have a chance. There's still games to play. If they can keep making good shots, they can get right back in it.
Speaking of good shots, how about Pospisil right there? That was a beautiful shot. Very impressed for just a sophomore. Averages again 182. Anchor bowler here for St. Cecilia keeps them in it. All even here early on in game number 3. Here's Jaden Dorr, the senior.
Jaden's team calls her the sniper. She's a great spare shooter.
See Kelly Wynn kind of drying off those fingers before she releases it. Goes high and leaves the 4-6-7. 4-6-7 split. Just slides by, does not convert.
And St. Cecilia leaves it open.
Opens for both teams, and we are tied at 44 through 3. These are 2 of 8 teams that qualified for this state tournament. Got that split out of there. Relieved Kaylee Rayford. Plainview qualified with the best score yesterday, shot 23.04. St. Cecilia was second, so we have the 1 and 2 seeds right here in the state final. Newman Grove was third, Humphrey High fourth. Ravenna, Clarkson Lee, McCool Junction, and Alma in that order, 1 through 8.
St. Cecilia has a chance to take the lead here with a spare.
Right on it.
And there she does it.
Important game here for the Hawks. Taylor Beery, great shot. Check that, that's Solomon, Devin Solomon with the strike. And now Spots will try to answer. She lost that ball out there, gets hands in it, gets the mixer.
She was excited about that strike.
4-5-7 and out. 2 teams you see in the distance will now switch sides for the final 5 frames of this game number 3. With St. Cecilia having an 11-pin lead, both teams working on strikes. Got a chance. Oh.
Brianna's a great student. She carries a 3.6 GPA. She's in the National Honor Society. She's in band, mission trips, National Honor Society, FBLA. She's heavily involved in her school.
Wow. Yeah, so impressed by so many of these young students.
They're busy kids.
Oh, it got the 6-pin to fall. And there is your singles individual champion from this year's state championships. Brittany Pospisil. She shot a 5.65, clear way out in front of everyone else. 43 pins better than her next closest competitor. That's on a sports shot. That's a nice score for Pospisil. First team All-State. Yeah, and it was one time. You heard the crowd say one time, and that's 3 in a row as Plainview now starting to run away. All tied at 83 in the 5th, but the back-to-back strikes have given Plainview a 20-pin lead and win. Cannot quite get that out. And Kaylee Rayford here will try to add to 3 in a row. Got to the head pin, wobbles the 2, but does not fall. 2-pin left for Rayford. And Plainview trying to wrap this up in 3 straight. Wind goes right. That's an unusual way to pick up that spare, and a very difficult way as well, but she converts.
Acrobatic.
Typically, you would see them go across like
Right.
that, right?
Right.
Good spare conversion there, and we're at the point right now that that's really all Plainview needs to do.
They can just stay clean. You can see the smiles on their faces. They can feel what's coming pretty quick. St. Cecilia is not going to give up.
A good shot by Tyson. Tyson was also on the first team All-State team. Hannah Tyson shot 457 over the 3 qualifying games yesterday. That goes Brooklyn, rattles them around a little bit, so some work there for Devin Solomon. And now an important shot here. Not out of it yet. If they can put together a double. And Allison Spots has done a nice job today, but crosses that a bit too far and leaves the 1-5. And that will be a difficult sleeper. We call that a sleeper, 1 pin directly behind the other.
And, you know, Plainview's Devin says that one of the strengths of her game is pulling through for her team when she's ridiculously nervous. Made a good attempt at that one.
And a good cover. Gets that 5-pin out. Spots wipes the brow. So not over yet. The open by Plainview in the 9th has made this anybody's game. Now Pospisil can strike out and close the door, and Plainview would win it. Good, solid shot. Avoids the split. Leaves the 4-7, so some work to do. Now an opportunity here for St. Cecilia. Brianna Palmer to shut the door if she can strike. Big shot by Palmer. One more strike, and they're still in this. Now a must spare here for Pospisil. She was in the same spot last game. Had to mark to give her team the win, and she does. Not done yet, but that certainly was big. Now it forces a strike here by Brianna Palmer. Palmer must strike here to keep it alive, and that will do it.
You know, Brittany said one of the strengths of her game was her power, her accountability, and just making things count when they need to. And she definitely did that in that 10th frame.
So right now, a possible 178, 172 the best. She just needs, that's enough right there. That'll do it. 175, and the most that St. Cecilia can have, 172. And with those 7 pins, that gives them at least a 3-pin win here in game number 3. That closes it out, and your state champs are the Pirates from Plainview. First title since 2004 for the Plainview girls. So congratulations to Plainview. We'll hear from the coach and the players when we come back here. at Sun Valley Lanes. Your state champs in Class D, Plainview over St. Cecilia.
All right, college visit number 2. Here we go. What?
College visit!
Learn more from Education Quest at govisitcollege.org.
Funding for the NHSBF state championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Alan and Marcia Bear Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.
How did I let myself do it? You know, being disappointed in yourself.
You're trying to go to sleep and it's on your mind of why do I do it, why do I do it?
Because I know it's going to happen, and then I do it anyway.
Going from this ecstatic high to this regret.
You do feel silly because you could have walked away.
Feeling guilt and how stupid you could be, just feeling gullible.
You feel like you're an idiot, basically.
Nebraska's best high school bowlers compete for state honors when the boys take the lanes during the Nebraska High School Boys Bowling Championships Sunday morning, February 26th, beginning at 8 Central. Watch NET Sports to see who captures top honors. Live streaming is available at netnebraska.org and on the NET Nebraska app.
We are back at Sun Valley Lanes. Congrats once again to Plainview. The Pirates are the state champs, and now with player and coach, let's go down on the lane to Carla.
Brittany, congratulations. You needed 2 10th frame spares to make this happen. Talk about the pressure of those spares.
It's just, I knew I needed it for my team, and I've laid it's everything for them this season, and I just knew I had to bear down and pick up that spare for them and continue going on.
Great work. Congratulations. And Coach, congratulations. This is your first title since 2004. You really challenged these girls by bringing them down to the Lynx Challenge. How did that pay off for you this season?
I think it's one of the best moves we made to go down to the Lynx Challenge and go ahead and have them compete against Class A. It just gave them a way to sit there and get it done. Because you got to be, as you saw by the match, it's not easy. Hastings St. Cecilia put on a heck of a fight, and I got to tell you, we sit up there in the Northeast, and we got Humphrey and Newman Grove up there. It's never easy in Class D, so it was a nice thing to go to the Lynx Challenge.
Congratulations. Back to you, Larry.
All right, thanks very much. Congratulations one more time to the Pirates. They are state champs in Class D. And now time for medal and trophy presentations and for the announcement of those trophy and medals. Let's go down to our public address announcer.
Let's give another fine round of applause for our 2 state finalists. Now for your Class D Nebraska girls runner-ups, the Hastings St. Cecilia Hawks. Coach Kelsey King. Brianna Palmer. Allison Spots. Kelly Wynn. Hannah Dyson. Olina Rossi. Maya Steck. Ladies, here's your runner-up trophies. Congratulations, Hastings St. Cecilia Hawks. Now for your Nebraska Class D Girls Champions, the Plainview Pirates. Coaches Mike Holton and Darren Sipe. Devin Sullivan. Brittany Popischel. Jaden Dorr. Kaylee Rayford. Taylor Berry. Ladies, here's your trophy. Congratulations to the Plainview Pirates, your Nebraska Class D state champion girls team.
Well, they were runner-up last year, runner-up to Newman Grove, runner-up 2009, and now they are state champs from Plainview. When we come back, Class C Girls State Championship, two teams that have never been in the arena, Boone Central and Adams Central, when we come back on NET Sports.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
We buy smartphones. We buy clothes. We buy game consoles and TVs, tickets to movies, concerts, and sporting events. It's kind of funny. We buy all these things to make us happy, when really all we need is each other. A place where we can all connect and get away for a while. Wouldn't that be nice?
Funding for the NHSBF State Championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Alan and Marcia Bear Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.
Well, there's more Nebraska High School Bowling Federation Championships coming up on NET Sports. Nebraska's best high school boys will compete next Sunday, beginning at 8 a.m. Central on NET. You can also catch it on the web at netnebraska.org/sports and on the NET Nebraska app. Time now for our Class C State Championship showdown between Boone Central and Adams Central. Both of these two teams making it here to these arena finals for the first ever time. So one of these teams will walk away with the school's first ever NHSBF state championship. Here's a look at Boone Central. Matt Grosh is the head coach. Beth Hogger, April Johnson, Nicole Webicki, Emily Kelly, Shaylin Cornwell, Nia Kalant, and Destiny Umbarger. A lot of freshmen in that lineup, 4 freshmen. Here's a look at Adams Central, the head coach of Phil Tablazone. Phil's been around for a while, 12 seasons as a head coach of both boys and girls. Shiana and Allison Everhart, Alexis Hopkins, Natalia Eisenberg, Kayla Fitzke, and Joanna Maldonado. When we come back, we'll have all the action. Boone Central and Adams Central for the Class C girls title.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
For me, asking why is just getting started.
It's more than an activity. It's me doing what I love.
I'm not a stereotype. When I rewrite the rules, things get better.
I know that all these experiences matter.
These moments will help me become something more.
Little things always lead to something bigger.
Do it.
Track it.
Earn it.
What you're doing now will help you get scholarships later. Find resources from Education Quest at trackyoursuccess.org.
How did I let myself do it? Being disappointed in yourself.
You're trying to go to sleep and it's on your mind of why do I do it, why do I do it?
Because I know it's going to happen, and then I do it anyway.
Going from this ecstatic high to this regret.
You do feel silly because you could have walked away.
Feeling guilt and how stupid you could be. Just feeling gullible.
You feel like you're an idiot, basically.
Funding for the NHSBF State Championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Alan and Marcia Bear Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.
PBS Kids, making sure free educational programs are accessible to all children across America. Now with the all-new 24/7 channel, on TV and streaming everywhere. Every child, especially those at risk, can watch PBS Kids shows. After school, after dinner, whenever, wherever.
Watch all your favorite PBS Kids programs 24 hours a day, every day, beginning March 1st on the new NET PBS Kids channel. NET PBS Kids is available free over the air at pbskids.org and on the PBS Kids video app. Check your local listings or visit netnebraska.org/kids channel to find out where you can watch our newest channel, NET PBS Kids.
You're watching NET Television.
Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska, the site of this year's Nebraska High School Bowling Federation State Championships. And now we move to Class C. Two teams, Carla, have never been here before. I mean, how exciting is this for two teams experiencing their first ever arena finals?
Exciting for both of them. And the great thing, too, is it doesn't give either one the advantage over the other, right? They're both experiencing this for the first time.
That's right. And both have had success on the road to this state championship match.
Both went clean through their brackets to get here as well. Both went 3-0 through each of their brackets, so they're looking to see who can keep that going.
So they're 6-0 combined. Neither team has lost a Baker match, and they don't want to start anytime soon. So right off the bat, the strike thrown by April Johnson up on the right-hand lane. Here's Alexis Hopkins. Hopkins crosses over, gets that 10 out of there. Has a single pin spare. Back up quickly on the left-hand lane, not wasting any time. Beth Hogger. Hogger crosses over. Ooh, a little bit tougher of a leave there. Got the 5-6-10 baby split. So now to keep pace on the right-hand lane, here is Hopkins to convert that 3-pin spare. Good follow through, good finish, good conversion. And we're off and running. Hogger takes off the 5-pin. So up on the right-hand lane is Everhart.
Cheyenne has a 268 high game. Not bad.
Not at all. Crossover and the strike by Nicole Webke. So Webke for Boone Central with the strike. Got the conversion the tough way, but picked it up. And now looking for the double, the lefty. Emily Kelly crosses over and got it. 3 strikes in 4 frames for Boone Central.
Not a bad way to start.
Not at all. Natalia Eigenberg. Eigenberg is a sophomore, averages 129. Quickly on the right-hand lane, looking to make it 3 in a row, crosses over. That's a tricky little lead there, the 1-3-5-6. So she has the sleeper behind there. Hang on, and the conversion by Eigenberg. April Johnson looking to convert, comes in high and just does not get that 5. And that's the danger with that spare and why we said it was so tricky is it's a tough one. You have to hook at that to get that 5 pin out or hit it very heavy on the head pin. A good roll here. Does she get the mix? Does not. It's a good looking solid game there. A nice shot by Allison Everhart. She's just a freshman. First time starter this year for Adams Central. Pushes it just left, and the open frame. Right now a 10-pin advantage for Boone Central. Through 4, but an opportunity here to close the gap. Crosses it over, doesn't quite get the carry. But the single pin for Alexis Hopkins. Hopkins is a senior, one of the co-captains on this team. Solid spare shooter, and right on cue. I want to remind you, coming up February 25th on NET, the NSAA High School Swimming and Diving Championships. That's next Saturday, live from the Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln. Championships begin at 11 a.m. on NET. You also check out the live webcast. It'll be available on our website and on the NET Nebraska app. Boy, so much state high school championship action coming your way on NET. We've got, of course, the boys and girls state high school bowling championships right here. Great shot there. State swimming and diving championships, state wrestling championships, boys and girls basketball. It is a busy spring season of high school championships that we're thrilled to be able to bring you across the entire state of Nebraska. Here's Eigenberg trying to double up. Leaves the 2-pin just a bit high. That was a big spare, single pin spare in the 5th. It allowed Adams Central to get right back in this, and then they followed that up with the strike to take the lead. Add to that Boone Central's 7-10 split, and all of a sudden, Adams Central finds themselves on top. To stay clean now is the key. And a good conversion there by Eigenberg. Right hand lane now. So Webeke comes up just light. Good solid game here from Allison Everhart, the freshman. She's probably going to want to make a little bit of a move right, and I'm sure that's what Phil Tablazon, the head coach of Adams Central, is telling her is, you've come up light now twice. Let's make maybe a 2-and-1 move, maybe a 3-and-2 move right to get to finish a little better in the pocket. That comes up light. That opens the door now for Adams Central to really extend that lead. They are now on top by 20.
Allison says that one of her strengths of her game is her spares and how consistently she can hit her mark. She does it right there.
She does it. Crosses over. That's a big strike for Boone Central to answer. Emily Kelly, the freshman. First year starting for Emily Kelly. Trying to get that to sit, and it does. Manageable spare here in the 9th frame for Adams Central. This is a big shot here early on for Boone Central. If they strike here, they can cut into that lead. Instead, they chop 3. No hurt there on the count because she's working on a strike, but the spare is going to be crucial now to try to keep that to within 20. This could go a long way to putting this away if she can pick up the spare here. Needs it to hook, and it does. Boy, danger of chopping that, but got the hook right at the last minute to convert. And now almost a must conversion here for April Johnson. And leaves it open, and that is going to give Boone Central 124 in the 9th, and already Adams Central with a 154. And that will wrap it up right there. So that pin count for Adams Central gave them game number 1. Slides by, but no damage done there. As the Patriots, just like their big brother NFL namesake,
come back from behind.
Yeah, they came back from behind, right. I was thinking took the early lead, but the Patriots didn't do that.
There you go.
So thank you for covering that for me. I appreciate it. They came from behind. So 162-133 is the final of game number 1. Adams Central on top now. 1 game to none as we head to game number 2.
April Johnson up for Boone Central said that this is the highlight of her season, advancing to the state finals. I can imagine how excited they are.
That's a second 7-10 split that Boone Central has been staring at. That's not a fun feeling.
Not at all.
Here's Hopkins trying to convert. That crosses over and wobbles the 10, but does not convert. Well, way to convert and get 1. That's the key there in that situation, is make sure you get the pin. You never know what these are going to come down to. It usually comes down to spares, and
every pin counts.
That's right. So up in the right-hand lane, here's Beth Hogger.
Beth is a senior this year. She's heading to Wayne State next year, and she's going to major in elementary education. A girl after my own heart.
There you go. You teach in the Lincoln Public Schools system.
Absolutely.
That's why you've been so patient with me today. You have to be patient to be a teacher, right?
And elementary ed, gotta have it.
Good conversion there by Beth. Eigenberg crosses over. Boy, now that's a tough one. That's the big 4. 4, 6, 7, 10. That needs to hang on and rattle some around. Does a bit.
Nicole carries a 4.0 GPA. She's ranked 3 out of 41 juniors in her school.
Wow. Look at this. Needs a conversion and just slides by for Webeke. A slow start here to game number 2, 34-32. Boone Central with a 2-pin advantage. That crosses over from Everhart. Got the nice 4-pin trip. And the strike. That was a big one. Maybe Kelly's shot there can get this team going.
That's really what you need. You need one person who can really get it going for the team and build some momentum off of.
Chop the 1. So that'll extend the lead for Boone Central now to maybe 16, depending on what happens here, or more if she can double up. Crosses that over, and again, it's that same difficult lead, that 1-3-5-6. With that 5-pin behind the head pin. That's call that a sleeper in bowling. Kind of sits back there, maybe makes you a little lazy. That trip to 7 out should be a convertible spare for Hopkins. Now let's see if April Johnson can convert this time.
April's another one of these girls carrying a 4.0 GPA. We've got some strong students in these teams.
Neither team really wanting to run away with this, or at least take advantage of some opportunities. Let's see if Adams Central can do it here. And she does. That's a big spare. Hey, let's take a look at the All-State team. This is the first team All-State. You see that Cheyenne Everhart won the All-State medalist. She was the first team All-State. And there's the rest of the scores. You see 497, 490, 482. Katie Jones of Norfolk Catholic Lutheran High. There's also a second team All-State as well, led by Allison Everhart of Adams Central. So Cheyenne Everhart was on the first team, and Allison Everhart on second team All-State for Adams Central. Boone Central's April Johnson and Nicole Webicki were also second team All-State. That's a mixer. Good shot, and just what they needed.
She talked about how she loves the pressure of competition. She showed it right there.
Yeah. Good, strong spare to keep pace. So 2-pin difference here after the change of lanes. Eigenberg trying to catch that opposite side and mix them up. And instead, there's that 5-6-10 again. Webicki, and she double. Boone Central this year went 3-2 in matches. Adams Central was 4-3. Nearly converted that. These were the number 1 and 2 seeded teams in Class C. Boone Central came in with the highest seeded score after the qualifying, which took place yesterday here at Sun Valley Lanes for Class C. Good conversion there by the Cardinals. And both kind of cruised here easily, as we said off the top. And there it is again. One, 3 remaining.
You know, one of the things about these girls is not only are they great students, but they're also heavily involved. Not only are they on bowling teams, but they're in other activities like one-act plays, FFA, choir, musicals, cross-country, after-school jobs. They are strong kids, strong character, keep themselves busy. Just do a great job.
Oh, this is a good shot.
Oh, thought she had it.
Right there. That's a nice job of reaching out and finding that mark. And a good cover. So that will give the advantage to Boone Central, as they have now gone 3 consecutive 8 spares, while Adams Central has opened its last 2 frames, and that opens up a 20-pin lead. If Adams Central is going to do anything, they've got to strike here, and they do. That's a big shot. So here's April Johnson in the left-hand lane. Right up the board, she'll catch part of the head pin and leaves the 6. Could be a big double here for Cheyenne Everhart.
Cheyenne is who her coach.
Oh, my.
Coach identified her as the leader on the team. He said she's vocal, she's on top of everything else, she's a good bowler, but that the girls really look to her and Alexis as well as the leaders on the team.
So suddenly, what was a 20-pin lead becomes very tight, and April needs this spare to keep the lead and slides it by, and we have an even game heading into the 10th. And Boone Central on a double. This could give them the game if she can strike here. That was clutch. Cheyenne Everhart, the senior, and now a must strike here. Got it! 7-10 and out in a must strike situation. So 127-126, 1 pin difference. With a strike here, Adams Central wins it. There's nothing Boone Central can do.
No pressure.
Anything less than a strike, Boone Central has a chance. Oh, we could have a tie. But that's a great finish. She threw 2 in the 10th when she absolutely had to. And now Beth must strike. Got it! What a shot! And we are a strike away from this being tied.
She needs to take a deep breath.
Boy, look at the face.
Make a good shot.
She is, she knows what she needs.
She knows what's going on.
So here's the senior, Beth Hogger. A strike, and we go to a sudden frame roll-off. Needs to get up. And instead, the double in the 10th by the anchor for Adams Central, Cheyenne Everhart, has given them game number 2 and a 2-0 lead. And again, the Patriots come from behind.
It's a thing.
156-150. That's the way to start it out, April.
Alexis up for Adams Central is heading to the Army after she graduates. She's going to be an intelligence analyst.
That's a nice reaction there. Crosses this over. Comes in a bit high. And Allison has, after that last strike by Allison from Adams Central, she has back-to-back strikes, and she's only opened once in the 7 frames that she's bowled.
She's dependable.
Wow. Very steady. It slides through. So now if you're Boone Central, if you're the Cardinals, you don't want to press in this situation, right?
Right.
These are 2 teams that probably know each other pretty well as that slides by. Adams Central, of course, close to Hastings. Boone Central just north. No, Boone Central's in Albion, so that's in northeast Nebraska. So probably the first time they've seen each other this year. Eigenberg nearly gets the 7 to go. She just kind of hangs around the pocket. Webeke just slides by the single pin. Well, those are the ones you really want to stay in and take an opportunity. Your opponent had just had a 9 miss. You've got an opportunity to even it back up. And Eigenberg converts. That will give the lead here early in game number 3 to Adams Central.
This is Emily's first year bowling. First year, and she makes it to the state championship.
Wow, how about that?
Good for her.
Yeah. Good shot. A little high 4 there, but you can tell she's made an adjustment. For those earlier shots, it came up just a bit light. She was consistently moving to 2-4-5.
You saw Emily go up the left side of the lane to convert that spare, and as she bowls more and improves, she'll start figuring out ways to use more of the lane and cross the lane to make those corner pin spares.
Good, solid arm swing. Nice and relaxed. Here's Hopkins. Good reaction, leaves the 10-pin.
She's been consistent for them.
Yeah.
She's had one open, but other than that, she's stayed clean.
April Johnson trying to convert, slides that by. So 3 open frames in the first 5 for the Cardinals of Boone Central. Out of Albion. And now Adams Central. Right around the Hastings area. Just enough paint on the pin. Good thing they double coat those, right?
You know, and I talked to their coach yesterday about how he's going to prepare his team for bowling on TV, which is a completely different environment. I mean, you're not used to having all eyes on you and TV lights and cameras. He said he's going to talk to them about it's one frame at a time. Just bowl your game. Take deep breaths and just focus on the things that you can control.
Everhart. 5-7. Everhart seems to be steady enough that a little, two-board move left here, she could probably give this a run.
It's not an easy spare, but it's
Nope.
makeable.
Yep. So 5-7. For Cheyenne Everhart, one of the co-captains, averages 182. Got it!
Great spare.
That's a big conversion. That'll give you a little momentum,
Absolutely.
not to mention a 20-pin lead. Right?
Absolutely. You need moments like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big miss coming off of that. So back-to-back opens again now for Boone Central. Slid off the hand, went a bit left on the shot by Joanna Maldonado, the sophomore. You see the coach saying, slow down, Brian Everhart. The assistant coach, slow down, push, relax. As Bill Taylor used to say before Bill Straub, ball, tall, fall, wall.
Absolutely, I remember that. I remember getting coached in that.
Yeah. That just means we're old.
Right? Speak for yourself.
Okay, I will. And I am. Crosses over. This is a chance to cut it to 7. So important spare here coming up for Boone Central.
And a spare like that is one where she just throws her strike shot again and can get it in the pocket.
Needs to hook. All right, 1-2-8 left. Both of them with a 1-2-8. Needs to come back a bit, get lucky. Ooh. 98 in the 8th for Boone Central. And a spare here could potentially open up a 20-pin advantage with just 2 frames left. And the Patriots a win away from a state title. Good, solid fundamentals and a terrific spare.
Great
and
shot.
That was a big one. April Johnson tugs that.
Leaves the head pin.
That'll win you a car on TV somewhere. Not easy to leave that head pin. Here's Hopkins. Needs to set. It did, and she got that 9-pin out to avoid the split. Fell late, but 4-7 left. April must have this. This is such a key spare. Got it. Big shot there for April Johnson. And now that will bring up the anchor bowler, Beth Hogger, who's going to have to do some work here. She's going to need a double to stay in this, especially after that spare conversion. 148, the best Boone Central can have. And she must strike here. Got it. Hey. Throws up the hands, and I got that.
You know, Boone Central bowled on TV live for districts, and so when I asked their coach, how are you going to prepare your girls for bowling on TV, he said, we're just going to treat it like that. We're going to treat it like we did at districts. We're going to focus on the bowling, and everything's just going to fall into place.
Yeah.
Use those experiences to your
Absolutely.
advantage.
Must strike here. Absolutely has to have it if they want to continue, and that'll do it. Adams Central will take home the Class C Girls State Championship. Good cover, and the Patriots are celebrating a title. And we're going to sub in and get some experience for another bowler. Great move there by Coach.
Absolutely. Give everybody some experience with it.
Yep.
That's a great gesture.
So 137 the final for Boone Central, and for Adams Central, that's the state championship shot. And so for the first time in school history, Adams Central wins the girls' NHSBF state championship in 3 straight. 152, 137 in the final. When we come back, we'll hear from the coach and the champs right here on NET.
Funding for the NHSBF state championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Alan and Marcia Bear Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.
Everyone's walking a path, and most paths are best walked together. Because when we travel together, our lives are livelier, our journey more enjoyable, and the places we'll discover will be simply spectacular. To be in a place like no other that unites you all in a state of wonder. Wouldn't that be nice?
The best way to learn is to live. Live to learn at the University of South Dakota.
Welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes, the Class C Girls State Championship in the books. Adams Central, they're your state champs. Let's go down in the lanes to Carla.
Cheyenne, congratulations. You're a senior. This is your team's first ever state championship. What does this mean to you?
Well, I think it's pretty great that we could come together as a team. My little sister's a freshman, so it's great that I could go out with her and do the big bang. So it's pretty awesome. It means a lot to the school, being the first time this is in the finals for Adams Central girls. So it's just great. It's a great feeling.
Awesome, absolutely. And Coach, you talked to me yesterday about how much you love coaching in pressure situations.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about how that played into today.
It felt great. You know, I was confident. I'm pretty sure the girls were all confident. Shai loves pressure. And actually, pretty much all the girls love pressure. So they just love it, and they like thriving on it. That's when they perform their best.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Adams Central. And Larry will send it back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Carla. Congratulations once again. First ever state championship for the girls from Adams Central. The Patriots are the Class C state champs, and now for the medal and trophy presentations. Let's go to our public address announcer. Here's Dwayne DeMode.
Let's give it a nice round of applause for our 2 finalists. And now for your Nebraska Class C girls runner-ups, the Boone Central Cardinals. Coaches Matt Grosh and Bree Kelly. April Johnson. Beth Hogger. Nicole Webicki. Emily Kelly. Shaylin Cornwell. Naya Kalent. Destiny Embarger. Ladies, here's your runner-up trophy. Congratulations to the Boone Central Cardinals, your Class C girls runner-up. Now for your Class C girls state champions, the Adams Central Patriots. Coaches Phil Tablazon and Brian Everhart. Allison Everhart. Natalie Eisenberg. Alexis Hopkins. Cheyenne Everhart. Kaylee Fitzke. Joanna Maladondo. Ladies, here's your championship trophy. Congratulations to the Adams Central Patriots, your Nebraska Class C state champion girls team.
Well, congratulations once again. It's a first ever, and that always brings some big smiles and a trophy. Congratulations to Adams Central and all the folks in the Hastings, the girls Class C first ever state championship. When we come back, we move to Class B. And boy, here is a familiar showdown. It's Pius 10th and Hastings for the girls Class B title. We'll be back at Sun Valley Lanes.
Funding for the NHSBF State Championships was provided by the Lincoln Bowling Association through grants from the Alan and Marcia Bear Foundation and the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation. Reminding you that more than 1,000 high school students compete statewide in varsity bowling.